Hello and welcome to Mindfulness Podcast. I'm Yeonwoo. Today I will introduce about a topic that touches everyone's heart. With the book Mindful Teacher, Mindful School, written by Hawkins, I will talk about emotional health and people skills that are acquired in early age at school. Personally, I'm super empathetic with the concept that school needs to be a safe place for better learning. I believe students not only need to be physically safe, but also feel safe. To achieve that, authentic connections in school is critical. Being attentive to each other and actively listening to each other are essential skills to strengthen the connections. Sense of community is also needed in school. It is because school is not just academic learning space, but for whole person learning. I have transferred from Korean domestic middle school to international school in China and experienced the concept of feel safe in school and meditation before class starts. It was a huge difference for me, and I feel like it has stabilized me emotionally in school. I could have more space to think and feel before the class starts, and also knowing that school needs to be a safe place makes me that I'm protected by school. With a personal insight, I'm gonna talk about the chapter 6, Mindfulness, Social Emotional Learning, SEL, and Wellbeing of the book, Mindful Teacher, Mindful School. I'm talking about the chapter 6 of Mindful Teacher, Mindful School. It's about mindfulness in education for teachers and students. The author, Hawkins, talks about the personal experience as a teacher who conduct mindfulness in school and insights about improvements that mindfulness brings to school. Chapter 6 addresses practical frame of mindfulness involved with social emotional learning and handy exercises that teachers can try out in school. The most interesting argument of the chapter was that creating deeper sharing community with early age children and teenagers are effective for making mindful school. One of activity that author introduced was active listening in group. After the activity, deeper bonding between advisory teachers were created. Feeling accepted and being connected authentically are not only precious moment, but also useful techniques that improves working relationship and collaboration effectiveness. Collaborative and communicative skills are also important skills for students to be prepared for a social life. Group work and self-managing projects require communicative and collaborative skills. With mindfulness, students can be more attentive to each other and actively listening to each other. I believe the book's argument is valid and as it aligns with 80-20 formative meditation objective. When a person maintains his or her anchor with 80% of attention, she or he can mindfully respond to conversation and make more space before impulsively react to certain stimulant. Also, group activity in MBSR 8 weeks program made me feel that I belong to community with no judgment and also with attentive listening. Having a group that authentically connect to myself gives me a sense of feeling safe. Even though for me this byproduct of mindfulness is just temporary as 8 weeks, however, if this continues for middle school or high school, then I also agree that it will provide a deeper bonding towards peers and teachers, and consequently foster better collaborative and communicative skills. This book is incredible in terms of its legacy to education field. The author explains about own experiential history with mindfulness in school and share practical activities in school. ELS is one of key education factors in school, and mindfulness can increase its effect drastically, supported by findings in academic improvements and emotional improvements. Ending this podcast, I would like to leave a note about the chapter and mindfulness in school. The book's message was mindfulness can be combined with ELS program in school, and it can raise its effect drastically in terms of academic and emotional achievement. Creating authentic bondings in school and group activities with attentive listening are the intervention for making those achievements. I believe the message is relevant to all of the audiences as everyone has been to school, and emotional stability is indeed as important as academic competency in school. School is a learning space, but also a social space. To improve students' social ability, mindfulness in school should be encouraged. Furthermore, students' emotional safety should be protected by fostering authentic connections and deeper bondings in school community. As a mindfulness practice, I can also use 80 to 20 practice when I need to collaborate and communicate with people, to be attentive and also not to impulsively react to the stimulus.